Hi, I'm Kathryn. I'm one of the pelvic health physios at Women's and Men's Health Physiotherapy. I wanted to share with you today some of my 5 favourite pelvic floor friendly exercises that are quite safe for you to incorporate into your home exercise program. As the gyms are closed right now, many of us are exercising at home, but unfortunately a lot of the online exercise programs that are available are filled with some exercises that aren't that safe for your pelvic floor, such as high impact exercise like running, deep squats, burpees, star jumps, and also there's some crazy abdominal exercises that also isn't that wonderful for your pelvic floor, particularly if you have pelvic floor issues. So I hope you enjoy these exercises and incorporate these into your exercise routine. The first is a squat. So when you want to do a squat that's safe for your pelvic floor, you stand with your feet facing towards the front, feet about shoulder width apart, hands on your hips and or by your side, and what you want to do is imagine that there's a chair behind you and you gradually lower yourself down, imagining that you're about to place your bottom on the chair. You squeeze your bottom and then bring yourself back up, dropping your hips back down again, squeezing your bottom when you get to the end, and then standing yourself back up. Now you want to make sure when you're doing a pelvic floor friendly squat that you make sure that your hips stay well above your knees and that you squeeze your bottom as you stand back up. Make sure that your knees don't go over your toes and that there's no pain through your knees as well. The next exercise is a push-up. To safely do a pelvic floor friendly push-up, you need to be on your hands and knees with your hips directly above your knees and your wrists underneath your shoulders. Eyes are on the floor in front of you. Okay. Draw your lower tummy muscles in and then drop your elbows out to the side, bringing your nose down towards the floor and then pushing up through your elbows. Dropping yourself down and then pushing yourself back up. You need to make sure that your back is staying relatively straight and that you're not collapsing through your lower back. Okay, and you should feel this through the outer part of your arms or potentially through the middle part of your shoulder blades as well. Another alternative to doing a push-up on the floor could be to do a push-up on a table or also against a wall. My next exercise is a bridge. So to safely bridge, you lie down on your back with your feet about shoulder width apart. Your hands can be on the ground with your palms facing up and you're looking directly up towards the ceiling. You gently draw your lower tummy muscles in towards your spine, lift up your pelvic floor, flatten your back, squeeze your bottom and lift your hips up in the air. You can hold this for 3 seconds and then slowly feel your back peel back down onto the ground, feeling your tailbone make contact with the ground. So again, we draw our lower tummy muscles in, rock your hips and pelvis back, squeeze your bottom and lift your hips up in the air. Then slowly re-imprint your spine back onto the ground. To make that a little bit more challenging, you can place your arms across your chest, which just takes a little bit of the pressure off your arms and makes your hips work that little bit harder. So with this exercise, you should feel that through your bottom and also through your hamstrings, through the muscles in the back of your thighs. All right, next exercise is a plank. So to safely plank for your pelvic floor, which is great for your abdominal muscles, you start off lying on your tummy and your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Tuck your tailbone underneath you and lift your hips up in the air so your back is staying nice and flat and your chin is gently tucked in towards your chest, eyes looking on the floor. Keeping your tailbone tucked underneath you, you'll feel your tummy muscles working quite hard with this one, but you shouldn't feel any pressure or load on your pelvic floor. You can hold this as long as feels comfortable, and then when you're ready, you drop your hips gently back down onto the floor. Just be careful with the plank that you're not just sticking your bottom too high in the air, nor are you arching your back too much at all. You want your tailbone gently tucked underneath you. Alrighty, my last exercise is a clam. When you're lying on your side, you've got your head resting on the floor, on your forearm, and your knees are bent with your heels in line with your spine. You can place your hand on your hip or your hand up here. You want to keep your heels together, your tummy muscles drawn in, and you're lifting your top knee up and down, feeling the muscle in the deep part of your bottom switching on and off as you lift. You'll notice that your legs will feel a little bit jerky or shaky with this one. As long as you feel like your stomach muscles are drawn in and that you're not rolling backwards, then you're doing this exercise correctly. So work hard to feel the muscle in the deep part of your bottom switching on. You'd repeat that on both sides. Okay. So that was 5 pelvic floor friendly exercises for you to incorporate into your exercise program. If you're interested in having one of our pelvic floor physios write your own individualised program, please feel free to get in touch with us. Otherwise, we hope you and your family are safe and well. Thank you again for listening, and take care of yourselves.